I didn't watch this video. It is like 2 minutes long. Do you want to watch
let's
it
check
till we
it
get
out.
bored of it?
No, bored or one of us wants to chime in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, pause.
Oh.
Aikman wears sunglasses like us. He's actually, that looks like his sunglasses look right out of the AJ sunglass. I'm going to call it a chest, but it's only a cardboard box that you got here. But Aikman's looking very Elton John, actually.
Yeah, that's the thing. I like the see-through glasses. I love the Elton John impersonation for sure. But I'm a circle glasses dude.
You don't like the square look.
It's just not on my face.
Fair
it looks
enough.
good on him.
I think Aikman could wear anything and he'd look all right in it.
I'd love to see him in some nice yellow circle glasses. But let's see if this audio works.
Probably doesn't get talked about in that same light because he hasn't had the same success in the postseason. Is a guy who I'm very fond of right here in Dallas, and that's Dak Prescott. He what I respect so much about Dak, one is he's a great leader. He's a great person, but he's an old school guy in that
Dak is not a good person. I've heard lots of rumors that he attacks old ladies on the street. He spits out gum. He doesn't wash his hands after using the bathroom.
Yeah, and he makes C.D. Lamb cup his pee. Like he pees into his hands before. He's like, go throw this to the toilet.
That is some weird stuff, but I guess Troy Aikman has better stories of Dak Prescott.
He doesn't care about anything but winning. And it frustrates him beyond imagination that they haven't had more success in the postseason. And it's the only thing that's keeping him from really being mentioned with Pat Mahomes and some of the other greats.
I would love to see, how Dak responds to everything that is said about him. If he is only determined and driven by winning whenever they lose, because it gets so loud.
Yeah.
So loud. And it's always like, Stephen A, obviously, and the Dallas Cowboys fans have the relation that he has. And he's had, the highest rated television show in sports for like the last 11 years. One of his big angles, one of his actual, one of his things is like, Dak's going to blow it. Dak's going to blow it. So Dak works his ass off, just driven by winning only. And all he hears all year is he's going to blow it. Think about the amount of fuck you Dak has to have for everybody then. And then for it not to work out again and again. What if he breaks through, huh? What if Dak Prescott breaks through? Feels like it's a lame duck year down there, though, doesn't it? Hey.
Well, it does.
Doesn't it?
Ooh.
Followed up with something very nice.
Yeah.
With something very, not so nice. That's I guess that's a tactic.
Well,
build him up.
Well, I think
break him down.
He was leading the witness, Your Honor.
Yeah.
He's leading Aikman where he wants him to go. And sorry, if he couldn't tell already, this is the Pat McAfee show. Say it how you want. Do you want to keep going?
Well, I want to say one thing. I did like how Troy Aikman said postseason because he didn't want to say the playoffs and then have to say playoffs after. I respect that.
Yeah.
I use that trick sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with keeping going. I'm intrigued on what Aikman's answer is going to be to this, to be honest.
Yeah. Let's keep it rolling. I mean, I'm interested.
We stopped doing what we're doing. We just watched the Pat McAfee show the whole time.
You know what? We're going to go to the whole McAfee show because this was really good.
This is just a watch through of Pat McAfee.
If he breaks through this year, I mean, I do believe he's going to be the first quarterback to $60 million. And
I do too.
From Jerry or somewhere else?
Well, that's the question. And the longer this goes, the more I think he will be playing somewhere else. I just if it continues to drag on.
Where's the fucking loyalty, Aikman?
It kind of looks like we're on with Aikman right now.
Yeah.
And he plays great.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
and the Cowboys come in.
Yeah, I get it.
To say, hey, now we want to pay you. I don't know. I don't know where his head will be at that point. But so he. When you look at the numbers, if you didn't have the names and you just looked at stats, and again, I go back to I don't care about stats. I just want to see wins. But wins included, you would put Dak Prescott's numbers over the last couple of years along with Patrick Mahomes's. But it's what's happened in the postseason that has separated those two. And so that's where the whole organization.
Hey, pause, AJ. I do agree because I'm in a group chat in fantasy football. And today someone posted in the last, I think it was 50 starts.
Yeah.
And they had Dak Prescott's stats side by side with Patrick Mahomes. And they're almost identical. Wins, touchdowns, yards, they're very, very close. But if you put their postseason games
huge
over that
difference.
same time span, Mahomes has 2 Super Bowls, I don't know, 10 wins.
Yeah. And in fairness, you put Mahomes up against anyone in the league.
And he's going to be better.
Yeah.
But even if you went like Dak Prescott versus like Brock Purdy in the last 3 years, Dak Prescott might have better stats, but it's when in the postseason, Dak Prescott just hasn't been great. And that's the only gripe. If he would have brought the Cowboys to an NFC Championship game already in his first 8 years, you wouldn't be talking about this. He would already have his contract. I was also looking at another NFC East quarterback from the past, Eli Manning. Eli Manning finished his NFL career with 118 wins, 118 losses. But his postseason record was 8-4 with 2 Super Bowls. So it's like you could have a quarterback that's 225 and 80, but then have a postseason record of like
junk
3-9. Who are you going to take? Like, do you really give a shit about the wins or loss stats or the touchdown passes or the you know like I would rather have the 2 magical years that the Giants had with 2 Super Bowls and then had like dog shit years. They had a lot of dog shit years too. But Eli Manning also, not only just those 2 Super Bowl wins, he also had 2 losses in the NFC Championship game. So he made it to 4 NFC Championship games and won 2 Super Bowls. So I mean that's the only gripe on Dak right now is his playoff success.
Yeah, and it's going to continue to be that way until he wins, and then you're in a rock and a hard place because if Jerry has drawn a line in the sand in that we need to see what Dak's going to do, and if he's not going to do it this year, then we're not signing him. Well, obviously the writing's on the wall, in if that is the case.
So Mark97 in chat, you should have Pat on your live stream someday. I'm not sure if he's talking about Mahomes or McAfee, but we should get both of them on.
We'll get back to them because they have reached out, so we appreciate that for reminding us. Mark.
I think that's a little tongue in cheek by Mark97, but I like a good boosh.
Yeah. You know what, Mark? You're always welcome on.
Yeah, if you have a good chance to boosh someone, especially on a live stream, you got to do it.